is emotionally satisfying, spiritually satisfying. Getting in tune with our spiritual needs so that we can then take a conscious action to ensure that our needs are met, not the needs of the other. That actually comes later. So we have two celestial bodies that are also happening in the cosmic highway. Jupiter's in the season of Aries is going to arm wrestle with the new moon and form a square. I call it an arm wrestle. However, Jupiter is our beliefs and also where we expand those beliefs, creating abundantly. So you may feel like a homebody torn between feeling more like one or getting out on the highway, being assertive, being active, a desire to want to take a bigger action, bigger than maybe you're even prepared for. While at the same time, we have the juice of Neptune flipping our switch, our intuitive channel, our spiritual connection. That may be clouding our channels, like hearing spirit through static, listening to our intuitive channel, and at the same time, feeling into those waves, the emotional frequency. Our Sacral Center is online during the season of Cancer, along with our Crown Center and our Soul's Harmonic. So this is pretty spicy, just saying that out loud. All of this is calling out to us to shine on our instincts, trusting our intuition, the universe. So that should be the mantra for this season, trusting the universe, giving the less than zero to the universe and going on and going out upon our day. And the moon is our internal realm of emotions. It is our inner baby and how we nurture our feelings or not. It's what makes us feel safe, loved, nurtured, the holy grail. It's setting our foundation. And the moon being in its home sign, a watery nature, the field of Cancer, all of this is being magnified. So you may feel as if it's time to retreat, seeking that inner solitude, taking time, taking space to really connect to the realm of spirit. We often return by default to our comfort zones, the familiar, those familiar feelings. But we're getting the push to move forward from spirit, the universe, source, God, the great spirit, whatever resonates with you and through you, because it's all about the resonation. Resonating to take an action. It's as if we're musing with Creator, receiving the cosmic liquid courage, the nectar of the gods, that we need to move forward with our dreams. And honestly, there is no time like the present to be bold, being aligned with our soul garden, setting those intentions, having a heart-to-heart with the universe, the cosmic highway.
Ding, ding, ding. Hey, I got to get rid of these. I don't want you to see what's happening. Oh, boy. Welcome to my daily snippet here. We're starting out groovy. Give me a shout out. It's a Freaky Friday and InShalla and Ashe. And boy, did I start out a little freaky. So we're beginning to explore the waves of our feelings, the feelings inside of us, expanding upon what we feel and what our heart believes in our inner world, coming to a lens of filtering, like when we filter water or we get filtered water, cleansing these waters, reconciling these waters. So we are kind of on a journey, almost like going on an adventure and finding a treasure. And inside of the treasure box, we may explore why we feel or what we feel and why we feel and believe about ourselves to be true authentically. So you may be beginning to uncover the frequencies of some different emotional truths streaming from what we do believe about ourselves. So it's like getting chummy with why you believe what you believe about yourself. And does that belief feel elevated? Is it elevating? Just feeling into a belief brings a new heartfelt musing. And hang on one second, because I'm kind of annoyed at myself. There I am. Sorry about that. Oh, I should have put my hat on. Having a day. However, emotions can be very intricate. They can also be tricky. So the message today is to understand our feelings. Are we expressing them? Are we emoting them? Are we feeling them? So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host on a Freaky Friday, a practicing holistic shaman and mediumship, an otherworldly life coach, a subtle energetic surgeon, if you will, coined by my mentor, my friend, a protege, a student of Elder Melodoma Somé and the ways of the Dagara tribe in Dano, West Africa, who is actually now part of the ancestor realm. I always say Ashe to my friend. He's on my phone just channeling him in. But I do go by the term holistic Sha medium, which is merging all of them. And my intention is to utilize the power, the wisdom of these indigenous technologies, the ways of Elder Melodoma, the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint, navigating our soul's harmonic, which is online today, through the realms of the elementals, the elemental highway into the imaginal realm, the mystical and the magical realm, through the shamanic portal, the cosmos and the subtle energies, elements and elemental beings, and really so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and ritual, which we are in need of ritual. I'm just saying that out loud, to really add to the container, our personal container, the juice, our personal medicine. Are you living your medicine, your prime directive? But my intention really is to authentically, heartfelt, merge the wisdom of these indigenous ways, the elemental realms, the subtle realms, into the etheric highway, to really, truly, authentically assist you into navigating your inner genius, your personal medicine, the star that I believe we all are. Just reintroducing you to the magical being, the mystical being even, that resides within each and every one of us, so that we may shine brighter. My name is Tanya D, and if you're new to my show, welcome to my virtual medicine room. So the moon herself, the goddess of the moon, is in the high degrees of Taurus. So what we feel may become manifested in reality, becoming real. So when we connect to a feeling, exploring the belief on how we feel about ourselves in our inner world, it's like, did you happen to feel any true, authentic feelings streaming in yesterday? Journal about them, take note. Nurture them, if you were tired, take a nap. That's how we nurture an emotion, a feeling, be compassionate with them. But then we begin to authenticate our emotional response to not only what we're feeling on the inside, but also what we believe in response to the feeling. So things are about to get heavy, like Eminem. I was singing that this morning. I could still sing it. I'm not even an Eminem fan, but Sound of Fun is like my song, dude. But in just identifying a belief and the reply that we have that streams in from our Sacral Center, that's in essence, it's our power to change, in essence, filtering through. So if you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, authentically, please do. Again, Tanya D, all things Tanya D, have you noticed? But go ahead and hit the bell button so you too are notified. And remember, commenting and sharing gets you a message for your day, streaming in, personalized. To just flow out into the weekend for sure. But really helps with the algorithm. It echoes me out to like-minded musers out in the galactic universe, on the earth plane, who may also muse about insights of the other world, the world of spirit, source, beings that are otherworldly, the elemental, and really so much more. The cosmic highway is juicy. You can also find me on other social platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, my Musing with Tanya D podcast, which is awesome. But if your soul, your prime directive, really wishes to dive on deeper into the realms of the other world, head on over to my Musing Corridor. This is my digital library where you have some really otherworldly, amazing options to assist you and to guide you. Really, I am your shamanic otherworldly assistant. You truly are your own healer. With that, we still have on the gateway, I've been pretty busy, have you noticed? Secrets of the Other World. This is actually, I talk about life and death in this one. It's, I guess it would be more for people that have had near-death experiences or people that are curious about the other side, the other world. So that's still online for you to muse about and play with. And also my Musing Moon meditation, which you saw a little preview clip of before we started the show. That's also out there, along with the Otherworldly podcast, the season of Cancer, season of the Moon, Gabrielle. Be sure, whatever venue you decide to tune into, whether it's my Musing Moon meditation or my podcast, to take a pic and tag me. That would be awesome. And also the first Sunday of every month, I hold a meditation circle, sometimes at 11:11, sometimes 10 a.m. on Sundays, but it's always Mountain Time. You can register at tanyad.tv. And if you're feeling the feels, sharing the love, subscribe to my Musing newsletter so insights land right in your inbox. There's also that option as well. So yesterday, how did you enjoy the Singers of the Realm? I just love them. I do what is called contumely voice divination. Candomblé voice diviner. My Candomblé come from a portal, which I correlate and relate to as the singers of the realm. So it was super juicy they were on yesterday. The galaxy, I truly believe that. But in spiritual terms, a belief is an energetic law that reality follows, streams through. So if we choose, or if one of us chooses what we believe, then it becomes what it is. It is what it is. So as the threads of our feelings start to create the master web, if you will, weaving our feelings, choosing a feeling is how our consciousness or our awareness creates that reality through spinning the web of the dreamer, the feeling threading, literally the webbing of life. So we stream through this awareness every year, a different asset in each cosmic season, but being that we're in the season of the moon, the feels are the tides of time and space right now. We're coursing through this. So we can choose what we authentically believe about the feelings that are streaming and webbing those weaves, what we believe about ourselves. Feelings are the streams of a spokesperson literally inside of us, like a public relations department or really human resources of our entire spiritual essence, that spiritual being of what we choose to believe in the moment that's affecting everything we know about ourselves to be true until we shift and we change it, we transform it like nature. So it's about feeling those intricate parts of ourselves, exploring them. What do you feel inside of you and what do you believe about that sensation, that feeling? So our sacral is the house of our emotional awareness. And then it streams in and out through to our emotional field, our auric field. So we are like little beacons of energy, right? Little particles, little waves streaming all over the place, and the galaxy as well. So with our feelings, feeling into what we believe, do we believe the feeling or are we going to discard it? Feelings don't ever lie. It's like animals that all of a sudden are barking, right? They feel the sensation often before we do. I mean, myself, I truly feel great. Really, I do. I mean, I say it all the time, but I authentically believe it to be true. So it's a whole different frequency and vibration because I'm feeling the goods. So just holding on, optimistic, being in that optimistic venue, you may have to establish a boundary around a feeling and a belief. And we know when the outside forces try to discard the emotional asset that's coming through, people that try to be sly or underscore us. So it's like cleaning the carpets. Sometimes we have to remodel. Sometimes we have to get a new rug. It really is about perspective. So yeah, just tuning into that. But before we get into the elemental highway, oh, where did I put you? You're here somewhere. Dun, dun, there you are. Sorry. Woo. What do we have here? So we got Mugwort, which I'm loving, bay leaf, or lavender. Mugwort, bay leaf, or lavender. So with our soul's harmonic online streaming through the sacral, we have the opportunity to go big, dream big. Signs, sigils, the metaverse may stream in a new emotional foundation, taking us away from feelings that may have had us feeling emotionally bankrupt in our chalice. So even a belief streaming in has the ability to bankrupt our belief system, which really is a great thing if the belief is taking out or drawing up our chalice, like a dry riverbed, if you will. So is the belief hindering you or is it opening you to a metaverse of unlimited possibilities? Are you stuck in a box or are you outside of the box? So really allow your feelings to be the source of your initial investigation. And I, on a side note, am literally multi-streaming, literally. I'm going to be doing a live called The Witcher's Way to Manifestation. So if you are having issues of manifesting anything, a relationship, a career, a new car, a place where your heart belongs, these will be streamed live and of course replays. So if you haven't subscribed, be sure to check that out in your inbox. I got that download early this morning. So comment your choice here, your option. And on the elemental highway, we have a young earth monkey of a day, a mountain of a monkey, a woo Shen. Monkeys are fidgety. They think like King Kong. So this is a King Kong. So this is a King Kong kind of mountainous kind of a day. Think of literally King Kong, a big king monkey is what I'm saying. So remember, we do go to the mountain. The mountain doesn't come to us. So this may be a day where I would say go to the mountain and share your dirty laundry. your secrets, your monkey. The monkey's unrefined metal. So those are really unrefined secrets. Maybe you are being too harsh with yourself. Maybe you're doubting yourself. And the mind authentically is a tool. So keep your affirmations, that inner self-talk, high vibrational, and believe in your heart. That's really the affirmation. It's an asset that creates a feeling of feeling amazing, super juicy. Feeling the feels, the goods and the gooders, right? So I would be feeling a good feeling today, streams of feeling that is also creating a belief about it energetically. So our mountain is it's a solid day because we're in the peak and the high tides of the season of fire, the summer season, but it's extremely strong, but it's flat. It's also dry in the season of the summer fire. So water, our year there, that's an asset, big water. It's the oceanic water. It's the moon. It's the galaxy. It's the ocean of the cosmos, or at least that's how it appears to me. The other realm and our realm, reflecting. But the heat literally is still so strong that a mist of water is going to evaporate before it even lands on the earth. So we need big, strong water, which the year has, and also metal, big metal, which is the monkey, as well, to assist our big water to balance our day, produce more of it, to get us in the flow. And the tiger actually is an asset as well, because it's going to break up our mountain, loosening it up so it's not so rigid, which is awesome. We have all the elementals actually here at play, but it's all yang, pretty much. So this is the outer world. Yang is the outer world, where yin energy is our inner world. So yeah, we got a lot of yang energy. But our international God today is coming in from the ancestor realm, our family lineage. It all comes in from the year. This is the flamboyant. It's also known as indirect wealth, if you will. Wealth coming from an outside resource, like an inheritance, residual income, or, how's the stock market getting? I wouldn't go there. Things are, they're re-navigating is what I'll call that, reconciling. But this is a strong creative ability, the ability to communicate as well. And also it's strong sex drive, sex appeal. It's yang energy, right? So it's being energetic, it's being chatty, unpredictable, maybe a foul mouth or using foul language. That would be the monkey, by the way, unrefined metal. But being flamboyant, loving to be on the move, taking risks. But on the other side of the coin, the downside actually, that's addictions, all kinds of negative behavior that may be amplified, and all kinds of addictions like money, gambling, hoarding, shopping, spiritual addictions, etc. Addictions come in a variety of forms, right? Not just drugs and alcohol, by the way. But it's in the higher octave. So what does that mean? It means it's not weak. So there's this high efficiency and this excellent energy. However, the original talent of the flamboyant God is the pioneer. So this is kind of provocative pioneering. This is Freddie Mercury, has the super god. Mike Tyson, Matt Damon, Elizabeth Taylor, and Elton John. Just to give you some ideas. So you can see how the super god has actually been playing out in their life for them, right? Kind of gives you some insight, just musing right along. Okay, so we have options. Let's go back to my little image here. Randy wants the bay leaf. So we have bay leaf, lavender, or the mugwort. Options. So as far as an element to ground into your field, into water. Our day isn't really too off balance, but water is peace. We do have the optimism of fire, the joy of living, and we also have the stability of the mountain. Metal does need some refinement, which fire does do. But water, you could do metal and water, but I would, it's kind of a toss-up. I'm feeling water myself. I always like water, but I'm full of fire, so I understand that craziness about myself. Okay, so for the messages of the day, I actually went with the seers. I see the seers as the oracles of Jupiter, our soul's harmonic, seeing through the eye of God, the chalice of scrying, through the waters, seeing signs and sigils. That's kind of how I pick whatever card I'm going with, or deck, I should say, whatever message is streaming through. However, if you picked Mugwort, oh boy, are we having fun yet? This may be just actually messages for the weekend as well, being it's a Freaky Friday. But Mugwort, your message is streaming in from the Seven of Pentacles, otherworldly. And being that it's the Seven of Pentacles, this is spirit or energy coming into matter. It's the realm of spirit, the seven. Even having boundaries around what that looks like around your manifestation. It's protecting it to become manifest in the physical world. That means you don't allow other people to steal your light, steal your thunder. And they will sometimes. People do get agitated or triggered when you're doing something that they're not going to get off the couch to do. So it's like, what is it that you want to manifest? That spirit is literally downloading. It's otherworldly to take form. And the moon herself, the goddess, the moon is in Taurus. So this is also a message that maybe you're giving up too early. Maybe you're being a little bit more impatient. Are you losing faith and not following through? Just feeling frustrated with the rewards. Well, don't give up because you're almost there. You've been doing the work. You're wildly successful. Your roots are expanding. They're exporting. They're growing. You may not see the fruits of your labors as of yet, but just know that it exists. That any lack that you are feeling is simply residual energy that's actually being worked through. So it's time to fall into faith, spirit, right? 7, into having those heartfelt feelings and believing in your beliefs. To pause, give thanks, and be grateful, and realize that you are the living and breathing result of all of your memories, those memoirs, hopes, hard work, thriving, right? You have to pinpoint. This is only after you do pinpoint the destination to the outcome, the final outcome, living from the outcome mindset. So has your journey shifted so much that what you were originally germinating is not the thing that you desire to harvest in the future? So what needs to change to satisfy those deeper intentions? So if you're feeling any frustration or lack of progress, just remember that giant dreams are not built in a day. Babies aren't made in an afternoon, right? They take a little longer. And Rome was never built in a day either. So take a moment to breathe, to reflect, as these profound sacred breaths can really reinvigorate and also realign, giving thanks for what you are about to harvest, knowing that your life is headed in the right direction. You're on the pathway. So looks like we have some lavender up next, which is super awesome. Lavender. Looky here. I actually planted lavender in my front yard recently. Kind of reminds me of practical magic, if you know what I'm talking about. Of course you do. And rosemary. So you know what I'm talking about. Just saying. However, the 6 of Cups. Now, of course, cups are emotions. We are in the field of emotions during the season of the moon. But the 6, this is our reception center. It's like receiving an emotional feeling, a sensation, and being open to feeling great, right? Like really feeling great. I'm not kidding. It's the reception center. And it's like, are you ready to receive, or are you going to close it down? Venus is in Gemini, so maybe affirm a new loving thought that you are open to receive about yourself and your inner world. So this is memories. Really, it's reconnecting, possibly with people from your past. It's harmony and the themes of life, seeing the harmony in the themes. It's our inner child. It's also our feeling, our future self, feeling our future self. Maybe we're feeling a little nostalgic in different ways. You could be experiencing kind of a sensation of nostalgia, feeling triggered by an old memory even. So it's time to forgive yourself by releasing any residual guilt that you may still carry from past relationships or traumas or any previous actions, and accept your humanness and stop covering up decisions that you've made up until this moment. Memories are a profound tool for processing lessons and also for healing. So where you can be the highlighter, like a highlighter pen, that's kind of what I visualize, showing you how far you've actually come, and that growth can really shine on beauty where we are moving to next, right? So it's time is right? And time really is an essence. It's a beautiful thing. Contemplating Earth, contemplating the needs of your own inner child, or listen to advice from your future self. That is also known as the Merlin effect, if you were in my Change Your Stars offer in that corridor. But sometimes the message is literally a message that someone from your past is going to re-enter into your life, or that it's the perfect moment to reconnect with an old kindred spirit, reminiscing. I kind of feel like this kindred spirit might be your inner child, your inner baby. So when we connect with all of these moments on our timeline, that's when we're truly going to find our entire essence, the bounty. So being at peace with our past and knowing that it's brought you to where you are exactly meant to be. So the universe is magical. It's magical at orchestrating our process. So let go and allow the universe to shine the star that you authentically are. So with that, okay, who chose the bay leaf? Because things are getting juicy out there. I'm telling you, I got Eminem singing in my mind. Oh boy. The lovers. Woo! This is also amazing, but this is Venus. Also, it's 6, so our reception center is alive and well. It's open. The divine source is really waiting for us to receive the juice. So the lovers, any lovers out there, just musing right along. But this is having a choice. It's dualities. It's harmony. Could even be a lover or a romantic partnership, relationship maybe, a friendship, unity, unifying the field, choosing to allow ourselves to actually open up and fall in love, feel the feelings of those loving feelings, having healthy boundaries, a soulmate may appear. So this is like magnetism. It's like magic. The magic of magnifying reminds me of a magnet. Possibly you're magnetizing somebody coming into your life. So we're sitting on the cusp of this type of profound connection that happens when literally two souls are intertwined. They're entangled forever, and it marks their individual paths on their timeline. So often, sometimes it's a message. It kind of signifies that an important choice actually needs to be made. Are you going to embrace the spiraling energy that unwinds between two people, two energies, seen or unseen, by the way? It doesn't always have to be in the physical world. But, you know, who are we beginning to connect and choose to shift into a new relationship, or maybe not? Or falling deeply into trust will be necessary in order to create a lasting bond and growth around our vulnerability, being vulnerable. Honesty, desire, intimacy, that's what's being called into the light to be healed. While partnerships are they offer beautiful gifts on our path, on our journey, but I talked about this yesterday, we must also seek to give fully without weakening our own resolve, remaining whole, authentic, true to ourselves. I kind of did that yesterday in the Rising of the Origins in the event area. But this is a reminder that self-love authentically is really the key to access and balance the duality of any relationship, whether it's at work or play, or doesn't really matter. But just loving ourselves first, we attract that same frequency at that same vibration. So I would say open your heart to some deeply meaningful relationships today. Be open to receive that. Be vulnerable, especially through the weekend, and expand into this union with loving and trust. And just knowing that the moon is also in Taurus. So this is manifesting a soulmate that's a possibility, especially if your heart truly wants it and you're feeling it as well. They have to be in the same flow and the frequencies. So are you starting to believe a new way of feeling, that loving feeling within yourself? Just oozing out love, flowing over our chalice. So the moon's also in the high tides. It's connecting with Uranus. That is our manifesting innovator in the season of Taurus. That's where Uranus is. So you may start to feel new ways of seeing the world that are beginning to align with what you value inside of yourself and in your day-to-day reality, filling into the intangible needs, filling into the beliefs we have about ourselves, and weaving emotional truths into all of this, into these moving magical waters, and allowing the waters to move what we feel about ourselves, just opening us up to what you're really feeling and what you're really believing inside of who we are authentically, and nurturing the feelings and growing into a new belief, probably a belief that you've always had, but your village is trying to pull the weeds. So yeah, sustaining our own authentic beliefs, not ones we've been conditioned with by outside forces, I guess is what I say. So I would affirm that I am open to receiving a new belief about myself that resonates with what I feel about myself. So it's like an emotional truth and a belief that's divinely inspired, if that makes sense. So with all of that, thanks for tuning in. It's been an amazing day, and I think the weekend's going to be kind of juicy. Just remember, my Musing Moon meditation is out in the corridor for some insight as well. I'm excited about it. It's got a spiritual stellium in the cosmic highway happening. So with that, I will see you on the other side, and at least I'll see you on Monday, unless I get a wild hair and go live later. So with that, InShalla and Ashe. Blessings.